Guys, we are here at Walgreens and we're gonna go in, check out the skincare. But before we do that, give this video a thumbs up. I know you guys love skincare shop with me videos a ton, and it's fall.
What?
Well, it's not fall yet. In our minds, it's fall. It's September and we're about to change seasons. So a lot of people like to change up their skincare, try out maybe some moisturizers that are richer. So let's head on in there. Maybe there's some things that can target any hyperpigmentation that you may have acquired over the sunnier months. But make sure you're subscribed and you have your bell notifications on. That way YouTube lets you know when my videos go live. I just finished this product up. It seriously was one of my favorite body moisturizers from the summer. It's like a combination between a cream and an oil, so it's really emollient, leaves the skin nice and glossy, but it locks in hydration. It's called Essential Oil Balm, but there are no essential oils. It has sunflower seed oil and shea butter. This also has urea in it. Including urea in moisturizers is actually shown to be more effective for improving the skin barrier of patients with eczema in comparison to moisturizers without urea in a recent study on moisturizers for eczema. Urea is a great ingredient for dry skin conditions. It's both a humectant. It also can stimulate your skin to make some of its own natural lipids and things that are important for the health of the skin barrier. And it can soften and exfoliate dry, rough skin. It's really nice, especially if you just want to liven up the look of your skin on your body. It's great. It's a little greasy for the face, but you certainly can try it there. Whoa, what is this? Tinted Acne Treatment Cream. Looks like two of them stuck together. We're just gonna go with it. This is a benzoyl peroxide leave-on product for acne, and it's tinted, which is nice because the tint from the iron oxides actually may offer some protection against visible light that would lead to hyperpigmentation. Interesting. This is going to likely be very drying. However, 10% is effective, but it tends to be a lot more irritating, and it's not any more effective than lower percentage strengths of benzoyl peroxide. So La Roche-Posay has reformulated their Melody Pigment Control product. It's quite good. It's got glycolic acid, which can help exfoliate the skin and also improve the rate of clearance of hyperpigmentation. It has tranexamic acid and it has kojic acid, and both of those are great for hyperpigmentation. Tranexamic acid can be given orally to treat melasma, but it also has been showing promise in improving hyperpigmentation when applied to the skin. Kojic acid is a copper chelator and will reduce pigment production in it as well. And then lipohydroxy acid is a modified form of salicylic acid. It exfoliates the skin a bit more precisely. This product may be irritating, however. Irritation will worsen hyperpigmentation. So if a product like this causes you too much irritation, and it's not worth pushing forward with it just for the sake of, using it. Now, this is not inexpensive. $40, that's pretty pricey. That being said, you don't need a lot of this. Just a few drops spreads on the skin well to create a thin film. It will increase your risk of a sunburn, however, because it has alpha hydroxy acid. Make sure you wear sunscreen, but if you're trying to improve dark spots, the sunscreen is essential anyways. Everybody needs to wear sunscreen, but even more important when you're using glycolic acid. The B5 is panthenol, which is good for the skin barrier. This is a product that, in my opinion, does not get enough attention. It's the Vichy Normaderm SOS. It has sulfur in it, which is anti-inflammatory. It can be helpful for acne as well as rosacea. However, this product is formulated more so for acne. I think it has glycolic acid in it, which for some people with rosacea is not tolerated well. The glycolic acid will help with the penetration of the sulfur, and this also has niacinamide, which is really good for acne as well as rosacea. This is also a product that is safe to use during pregnancy. The sulfur can help with acne, and glycolic acid is safe to use in pregnancy. Again, it can make you a bit more sensitive to the sun, so be sure and use sunscreen. And again, you don't need a big glob, just a very thin film. You could even use this as a spot treatment if you find it too drying to use to the entire face. Looks like La Roche-Posay's Pigmenta-Clear is on clearance for $24.99. In contrast to the glycolic B5 serum, this one has fragrance, which can be irritating. And remember, if anything, causes irritation. That is not good for the hyperpigmentation issue. This has resorcinol in it that can improve hyperpigmentation, and it has a niacinamide. It has ferulic acid, which is an antioxidant that may help in improving hyperpigmentation as well, just by reducing oxidative stress in the skin that would otherwise upregulate pigment production. And this likewise has LHA, a modified form of salicylic acid that helps to precisely exfoliate the skin. These compacts from Aven are underrated. They perform like a foundation in terms of the way they look and as far as the coverage, but they've actually been used in a clinical study showing improvement of hyperpigmentation via the sun protection from this, as well as the fact that it has iron oxides, which can again protect against blue light that drives hyperpigmentation. I wish it came in more shades, honey and beige. I wish there was some way for people to test these out, like a swatch of them before investing, because they're expensive, but they're like makeup. They're like a foundation. Like if you have discoloration that you want to camouflage, not only does it camouflage it, it protects it. The formula is also moisturizing, but it kind of has like almost a matte finish to it, but it's not drying and it doesn't settle in the creases. This is new from Vaseline, the Extremely Dry Skin Rescue. Vaseline makes some really good body moisturizers, lotions, like the Advanced Repair Intensive Care. Really good. It is Luxe, $8.99, plus you save $3 with your Walgreens card. Definitely enjoy that. What's in the new one though? The new one has glycerin, which is a humectant. I don't know how it differs too much though from the Advanced Repair. Glycerin and pro-lipids. Okay. But this has glycerin in it too, so I'm not really sure that they're, that miraculously different from one another. Price-wise, the big thing of Vaseline Advanced Repair is 44.3 cents per ounce, whereas this new one is 59.2 cents per ounce. So there's a little bit of a price difference there. Oh my god, they will not stop with the 3-in-1, 5-in-1, 17-in-1 marketing for men. They don't do this with women's body lotions or non-gender marketed body lotions. Don't get me wrong, I appreciate them clarifying that it can be used to those locations, but I don't know. There must be something in their market research that points out that men are more likely to buy stuff if it's promoting its multifunctionality. Anyways, what is this offering? This doesn't seem like it has anything else going for it other than what Vaseline is offering. And this one is 56.2 cents per ounce. This one is scented as well, which can be irritating, especially if you end up using this on your face. Like after you shave, the fragrance can end up being irritating there. But let me know if you've tried it. Nivea's got a body lotion out with Q10 and vitamin C. Q10, otherwise known as Ubiquinone, is naturally present in your skin. It's an antioxidant. It's present in your skin cells, and it's also present in the lipids in the stratum corneum. And with age, levels of that antioxidant decline, and it's also depleted upon exposure to environmental stressors. So putting it on your skin can really help in, potentially help in mitigating some of the damage to the skin, like upon exposure to UV rays. The other name for Q10 is Ubiquinone. See, there it is. And this also, they're marketing it as having vitamin C, an antioxidant that is ascorbic acid, very difficult to formulate, to be stable and actually get in. So there are some derivatives, looks like ascorbyl phosphate. To what extent that offers much benefit is kind of a bit of a hand wave. What is the skin firming and toning? This has alcohol denaturant in it, which can be drying depending on how this is formulated. It also has Chondrus crispus extract that comes from algae. It is very hydrating. It's got ubiquinone, and it has fragrance. Again, fragrance can be irritating. But one benefit of incorporating Q10 into your skincare routine is that if you're prone to hyperpigmentation, this may help reduce that when used in conjunction with sunscreen. What is Nivea's Sensitive and Radiant? They have a fragrance-free body moisturizer here. This is the same price as the men's one, 56.2 cents per ounce. So you might just try this instead. They're not telling you explicitly that you can use it on the face, but you can always try body products on the face to see how you like them. This one has glycerin, a humectant. It has sunflower seed oil. That's an emollient. Softens and smooths down the skin, gives it kind of a luminous glow. And then it has petrolatum, which is great for reducing water loss from the skin, but can feel heavy. So if you're going to try this on the face, you may find that to be uncomfortable. And if you have rosacea, putting this on the face may be too much in terms of being too heavy, and that might aggravate a flare of the rosacea. That seems to be like a magic number that I notice a lot of brands are promoting, that their moisturizer helps retain moisture for 48 hours. That must be like some sort of assay that they're doing or something. Neutrogena's Hydro Boost Body Gel Cream, highly recommend that. I think they market that as 48 hours of hydration, and it really does leave the skin moisturized. Do Walgreens have any new sunscreens? I think they discontinued their fragrance-free sunscreens that I was such a fan of, because I have not been able to find them. I think they discontinued them and they replaced them with these scented ones, the hydrating SPF 50. This is a chemical sunscreen. It shouldn't leave a cast, but if you use it around the eyes, it may cause burning and stinging. And this one does have fragrance, but it's a pretty good value, $3.29 a piece, or $3 if you buy two. I also have the sport version. Sport typically is going to just imply that it's water resistant, which they of course have to tell you as well, and it's water resistant 80 minutes, and that's great. I always recommend doing water resistant if you're going to be participating in sport outdoors. That way it holds up a little bit better with sweat. Of course, you do need to reapply every 2 hours while you are outside. It says that on the bottle. Every major dermatologic organization emphasizes that, so it's not a fringe concept. Every 2 hours while you are outdoors. So if you're going to be outside doing sports, or you have a child in sports this fall, even if it's cloudy out, UV rays will still come through and lead to damages in the skin that cumulatively over a child's lifetime can put them at an increased risk for skin cancer. So still a good idea to wear sunscreen while participating in outdoor sport in the fall and winter months, even if it's cloudy out. Of course, the amount of UV rays is likely going to be much less than it is in the summer that reach the skin. It all depends on where you live. Ooh, looks like Cetaphil came out with a new baby wash and shampoo. Huh, interesting. This has panthenol, B5, and sodium lauryl sulfate, a mild surfactant. Cocominyl propylbutane is a secondary surfactant. So it's in tear-free products. Aveeno came out with a sensitive skin bubble bath. I always caution against bubble bath, especially for kids with eczema, because most bubble baths are basically just a bunch of surfactant, really too much for the skin barrier of kids with eczema. Now, in contrast to the Cetaphil Baby, which was $7.99 or $1.02 per ounce, you could instead get the Walgreens dupe of the Aveeno Baby Wash here for 54.4 cents an ounce. This does have fragrance. Again, cocominyl propylbutane, a mild surfactant. This brand, Mistela, I call this the bougie baby brand because it's pretty expensive. I love their products, a lot of them. Like the Stellatopia is underrated. It's really good. I've used it on my face. You know, the thing about eczema is that it is a chronic skin condition. It's not an autoimmune disease. I see wellness influencers misrepresenting it as an autoimmune disease. Eczema is not an autoimmune disease. If somebody is telling you it's an autoimmune disease, they don't understand autoimmunity. It is a chronic inflammatory skin condition. Most people with eczema have an underlying abnormality with filaggrin, which is part of your skin barrier. And they're more prone to losing water from the skin, bringing in inflammatory mediators that drive itch and skin barrier dysfunction. People with eczema also frequently have seasonal allergies, so they have a tendency towards that, as well as asthma. So most children with eczema, they do kind of outgrow it in the majority of cases, but it can persist into adulthood. And for many people with eczema, myself included, while you can go along throughout your adult life with not really having any issues with eczema, when you get stressed out, run down, or like the weather changes, maybe you're in a different environment, then you can get little flares. And in adult eczema, when you have those recurrences, those flares, they often happen in certain locations. For me, sometimes I will get dyshydrotic eczema. It's a type of eczema that happens on the sides of the fingers, or it can happen on the toes and the feet. These little water blisters that are insanely itchy, and they come out. They're really firm and hard. They look like little tapioca pearls, and then they just leak fluid, and it itches like crazy, and then it gets really, really flaky. Oh, it's miserable. For me, metal jewelry will actually kick that off. Nickel can be a trigger for dyshydrotic hand eczema. And then there's a type of eczema that can pop up called nummular eczema. Nummular means coin-shaped, and it's these circles of itchy spots, very, very itchy. So yeah, those are just kind of versions of eczema that people with atopic dermatitis deal with off and on throughout their lifetime. Anyways, using moisturizer is a really important part of eczema skincare for reducing water loss from the skin. And people with eczema are a lot more vulnerable to the surfactants and cleansers and body washes, like sodium lauryl sulfate, for example. Now, many body washes, especially those marketed for people with sensitive skin or eczema, they are formulated either without that, or they have a formulation overall that minimizes the irritancy of that, but it certainly can be an issue. This product I personally love, Eucerin Baby's Wash and Shampoo. What is their new flare-up treatment? This is new. It's a colloidal oatmeal skin protectant cream with colloidal oatmeal. It also has mineral oil, castor seed oil, glycyrrhiza and flatta root extract is anti-inflammatory, helpful for redness, comes from licorice root, and this has ceramides, which may help improve barrier function when applied to the skin of people with eczema. I'd like to say, if you're an adult dealing with eczema, don't shy away from these baby eczema products. They certainly can be helpful. I mean, there's nothing about this that is, exclusive to babies. Like this Aquaphor Healing Balm Stick idea. This is going to be great for the winter months, especially if you live somewhere where you have to walk outdoors in the cold winter air and you're vulnerable to windburn. This is going to be handy for putting on the cheeks. They're really vulnerable to windburn. Speaking of windburn, I have a video on winter skincare tips. I know it's kind of early for that, but definitely check that out. I talk about windburn in that video and how to protect against it. Recently, I did a video on the benefits of zinc in skincare products. Diaper Rash Cream came up a lot in that video. This is a great product by Aquaphor. They're a 3-in-1 diaper rash cream. So diaper rash is also a similar process to what happens when people get chafing under the arms or in the skin folds under the breasts. It's basically skin-on-skin contact plus moisture getting trapped, eroding at the skin barrier further. It becomes a more hospitable environment for Candida yeast to take over, and you can get little yeast infections. So a zinc-based barrier cream, like a diaper rash cream, can be really helpful. What's going on here with Soap and Glory? They always have a variety of scented to sundry. The Real Zing. It has glycolic acid and mandelic acid. Those are alpha hydroxy acids that can help soften and exfoliate dry skin. There's a really loud beeping sound in the background, some sort of alarm going off. Fragrance, of course, you can develop an allergy to, but presumably that is why you were buying this, is because you want the scent. Otherwise, I don't know why they have to call this a serum. Then they have the Body Sorbet. Yeah, like Body Sorbet and Body Butter. I see these a lot on different moisturizing products, and it's not consistent in terms of what exactly you're going to get with that. Same thing with the word souffle, Body Souffle. It's just a reason for brands to come out with multiple body moisturizers of different consistencies, which is fine, and name them all different things. Speaking of perfume, Jean Naté, anyone? I'm kind of tempted to get this. Don't ask me why. An afterbath splash. What have I become? Ew, check out these new products by Method for men. Face wash infused with cucumber and seaweed, non-drying. I'm just liking the size here. This is a scented facial cleanser. There's not much I can say about that. The post-shave balm, that sounds like code for a lightweight facial moisturizer, or maybe heavier balm. This is another scented moisturizer. These are not inexpensive. What's in the shave cream? You know who has a good shave cream that I think would probably be a better deal here? Is that Everyman Jack has a shave cream. Chondrus crispus, that's algae, very moisturizing. $9.79. What's the Method Man? SPF 15, come on. That's barely anything. The way people apply sunscreen, SPF 15 does not end up being enough. I have quite a few videos on my channel about the role of zinc in the skin. Like, it's vital to have good zinc levels because zinc is critical for the function of a variety of enzymes that are important for your skin. It's also vital for your immune system. Zinc deficiency is no bueno. However, you have to be careful. Taking zinc can actually cause copper deficiency. So if you want to learn more about the role of zinc in your skin and skin biology, definitely check those videos out. I have videos showing images of what the skin looks like in zinc deficiency. Well guys, Walgreens had a ton of great products and talking points. Honestly though, pay attention to the price per ounce because sometimes you think you're going to get a good deal by buying the generic, and if you look at the brand name, sometimes it's like pretty much the same. And pay attention to ingredients because sometimes you're just paying more for a specific type of branding like baby or men's, not necessary. Anyways, if you guys enjoy these videos, which I know you do because they're some of my most popular videos, on the end slate I'm going to put my recent Walmart shop with me video. A lot of great products in Walmart too, so check that one out. But if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and as always, don't forget, sunscreen and subscribe. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye!